Hi guys, so the last project is almost till the end, but it's time to announce the new project. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably already seen this picture and all the components that I'm going to use, but there is always a volume 1 video for the mod builds that I do, and of course volume 2, and then we have the time lapse. So today we are going to talk about Resident Evil, and in this build I'm going to use MSI products, AMD products, EK water blocks, silicon power, and that's it for now. Yeah, and I'm going to show you all the products. So let's start. First of all, we have the Silicon Power A55 SSD 128 gigabytes. As you might remember, in one of my last builds I had the Silicon Power SSD, and here we go again. So this time as well I'm going to mod the cover, and it's going to have something special on it as well with the Silicon Power logo. Now, as always, I'm not going to say everything that I'm going to do in the build, but so far this is the SSD that is going to be used in the build. Next up is the HyperX Fury 2x8 gigabytes of RAM, DDR4 memory, and well, they're going on the motherboard. So these are going to be white, and I'm not going to change them because they will fit perfectly, and this is why. Now I have from MSI, and I did a review recently on this motherboard, DB350 Crate Gaming from MSI. This is AM4 socket. It already has installed 1700X AMD Ryzen processor, and you might think, you know, it's a bit too strong processor for this motherboard, as I said in the review, but this is a mod build, and somewhere in my head components don't matter. It's more about the looks of the build, but still okay, it's still okay. Now this is the motherboard from the MSI. I'll put the link below for the review, of course, if you want to check it out. And that is it for the motherboard and the processor. Now next up is the graphic card. We have here the MSI Gaming X. This is the RX 570 with 4 gigabytes of dedicated memory, and it already looks cool. I didn't say, actually, this motherboard is also already prepared for the Resident Evil build, because as you can see it has the Resident Evil. I want to get this scratch from the advanced leaker that created Nemesis, and this motherboard actually has the same scratch here all over the PCB board, so that's going to be really awesome, not coloring the PCB board and probably frying all the circuit board and everything and blah blah blah, you know. As for the graphic card, I am going to mod it a bit, and going to have something very special for you guys when this is all over with the graphic card and with the motherboard, but that will have to wait until everything is done. The mod will look, the custom build will have red, black and white colors, so it will be, well, you know, Resident Evil-ish. And that's for the Silicon Power, that's for the MSI, AMD and Kingston HyperX Fury. Now let's go to the, well, in my opinion, a very cool part of the whole project. So I mentioned EK water blocks, and this is really cool addition to the build. Even though just the processor is going to be cooled, it's well, not it's, I'm going to actually make it look really cool, so you get an impression that, I don't know, the pipes are going crazy. But still, you know, there's a T-virus in the Resident Evil, and that spiral tube and everything. Well, I did something different. Now I got here two EK-Res X3 150 light reservoirs, and they're both going in the build, so they're going to be one next to each other. And I have two Y splitters, so that's going to be connected, and that's going to be very interesting because I've seen loads of builds with two reservoirs, and this is the first time I'm actually going to do it, so I'm really excited. But no, I don't want to go with the reservoir that has already the spiral thing and the T-virus look and everything, blah blah blah. I'm not interested in that, because what's the point of whole modding if you don't create something yourself? So next thing, we have here something to cool the AMD processor, and this is the EK-Coolstream PE360 triple radiator. Now this is a huge and I would say fat radiator that has really large amount of cooling capabilities, and this is the first time I'm actually going to use a PE radiator. Usually I used slim ones, and this is going to be just great to see the temperatures with, well, the amount of cooling in this big radiator. Now something needs to push the air through the radiator, right? So we need some fans. So for the fans we have one, we have two, we have four, and we have two more. So that's 6 EK-Vardars. These are Evo 120ER black, and of course they're gonna be modified, but this is probably the second time that I'm using EK-Vardars, and they always, last time they worked perfectly and they didn't let me down, and I think it's going to be the same thing. They are really stunning. Actually I had the white ones last time, and this time I decided to go with full black, so it will be a combination with red, white, something. I'll think of something really cool for you guys to like. So that's 6 fans here. Now we need to get some coolant in it, right? So we have one bottle of this, and we have one bottle of this EK-CryoFuel Blood Red Premix, and I think this is going to be quite enough for the whole loop. I mean, we have two reservoirs, we have this bit thicker radiator and pipes, and I think one might be enough, but we'll see when the time-lapse video continues, you know, when everything gets to the point when everything is finished. Next thing, fittings, right? Before I go into the fittings part, I have to say that I'll be using 12 millimeters EK-PETG tubes, so that's hard tubing, and for those I'm going to use this HDC 12 millimeters black fittings, and of course they're going to fit perfectly with the whole team, since most of the build is going to be black, red, and that kind of stuff. We have 20 fittings here, and you might be thinking why 20, because you have one radiator. Oh wait, yeah, I have two here reservoirs, and they're using Y splitters, so I need fittings to connect all of that. So we have 20 fittings HDC black here. Now I have to add something, because I really like the new packages that come in 4 and 6, and they actually are cheaper than if you buy them separately, so that's really cool from EK to make this kind of, let's say, multi-pack or bundle. Really cool idea. Next thing, we have to cool the processor with something. So here it is, the EK-Supremacy Evo AMD RGB nickel plexi, and even though it's RGB, it's going to light up red, so it will have, you know, a special look, and if I can even make it pulsate, it will be even better. But still, this is my first time I'm going to use a water cooling kit on an AMD processor, so loads of first times here, loads of first combinations and everything with the whole build, and I'm really excited to do this build. Next thing, and the final thing, is the pump. Also first time I'm using this pump. This is EK-XTOP Revo D5PWM Plexi sleeved, and I'm really also excited to use this one. So guys, I know I'm missing a case and a power supply, and this is why, because I'm in the middle of negotiation, I would say it. So I'm waiting for that part. Hopefully soon that will arrive, and immediately when I finish Biohazard, I'm starting Resident Evil, so there is no resting when you're modding. And special thanks to EK for acquiring all of this, special thanks to MSI for supporting the project, and of course can't forget Silicon Power. So guys, this is it. Stay tuned, more videos soon. There's gonna be a very cool video coming also very soon. Don't forget to check it out. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Actually, more about the subscribe, because you don't want to miss that video, because I have something special for you guys. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned, more time-lapse videos and more volumes on the project coming soon. Thank you and bye bye.